She thought her reflection had forgotten her, that the glow she once carried had dissolved into years of effort, fatigue, and quiet disappointment, until one night, when she discovered that beauty was not something to chase, but something that could awaken again through the energy that lives in silence. This was not a secret passed through creams or mirrors. It was the vibration of night itself, the hidden rhythm beneath breath and stillness, where the body remembers what it was created for, to renew, to repair, to shine without asking permission. There is a kind of night that does not sleep. It listens, it breathes, it works through your cells, like a gentle orchestra of light. When you enter that space, your face stops resisting time and instead begins to learn from it. The tension in your muscles begins to loosen. The fatigue that hides behind your eyes dissolves like salt in water, and suddenly your reflection feels familiar again, as if your skin has just remembered its original song. Most people think youth is lost because they can no longer see it in the mirror. But the truth is that youth never disappears. It retreats beneath layers of stress, unhealed emotion, and forgotten rest. What if the only thing standing between you and your natural radiance was one night of listening to your body's forgotten rhythm? The women who discovered this ritual spoke of it like a myth. They said that before sleep, they would breathe in the energy of the dark as if inhaling invisible light. They would let the night wash over their faces, and something miraculous would happen. The lines softened, the skin tightened, the heaviness lifted. Even experts couldn't explain it. No one could. Yet the results were undeniable. Those who practiced it radiated something that went beyond appearance, an elegance of energy, a quiet magnetism that no product could imitate. Because what truly rejuvenates you is not what you apply on the surface, but what you allow within. The night carries frequencies that repair what stress destroys. In ancient Egypt, women believed the moon was a mirror of divine beauty. They would sleep with silver bowls of water beside them, reflecting moonlight into their faces, believing that the night itself sculpted their youth. In Japan, women would walk beneath the cherry blossoms after dusk, allowing the cool air to touch their skin before they rested, believing that nature's breath was teaching the body to preserve its grace. And across the sands of Africa, there were rituals of stillness where women would close their eyes and listen to the hum of the earth before sleep, feeling that the pulse beneath the soil communicated with their own heartbeat, slowing down time. Science now whispers what these ancient women already knew, that energy can shape matter, that calm can reverse cellular fatigue, that intention before rest can transform what your body repairs while you dream. When you lie down tonight, you are not simply resting. You are entering a sacred agreement with your body to let it heal what daylight has exhausted. The muscles of your face, the tension in your jaw, the stories written between your brows, they all begin to release when you give them permission. Because aging is not cruelty, it is resistance. Resistance to letting go, resistance to allowing yourself to feel safe, soft, unguarded. When you surrender to night energy, you stop fighting time and begin collaborating with it. The cells in your skin do not understand fear. They understand rhythm, and the night offers that rhythm back to you through breath, through slowness, through presence. Imagine this. As you breathe, your face begins to hum with microscopic life, each cell awakening to the soft pulse of oxygen and quiet. Your bloodstream carries messages of repair to every tiny fiber, while the space behind your eyelids glows with the softest golden awareness. This is the true tightening, not from force but from remembrance. Your face becomes more alive, more held, more aware of its divine architecture. Even when your mind sleeps, your skin listens. It listens to your thoughts before rest, to your emotions, to the energy you hold when you close your eyes. That is why this ritual begins not with a cream, but with intention. Tonight, before you surrender to sleep, whisper to yourself, not with words, but with feeling, I am ready to remember beauty. I am ready to let my face rest in light. I am ready to allow youth to return, not as illusion, but as truth. The energy of night responds to softness, not to control. When you stop chasing beauty and begin to trust your natural intelligence, your body does what it was always meant to do. It renews you from within. The frequencies of the night, low, slow, magnetic, Draw out the fatigue trapped beneath your skin. Your facial muscles begin to tone themselves through relaxation, not effort. The more you surrender, the tighter you become, because true firmness comes from alignment, not strain. The jawline that seemed to fade begins to redefine itself as your body rebalances collagen and hydration. Even your breath changes shape, slower, deeper, more connected. This is not a miracle, it is nature fulfilling its design. You were not made to decay, you were made to transform. What if beauty was never about stopping time, but about remembering your rhythm with it? When you sleep in harmony with the night, your body stops trying to defend itself and starts to express itself. The skin, once dull, begins to glow again, not because it was repaired, but because it was heard. Every wrinkle is a story of protection, every line is a memory of care. But when you allow your body to know it is safe, those stories soften, the light returns, the night energy enters, and something inside of you begins to whisper, "This is what I was made for." The women who practice this do not call it anti-aging, they call it remembering. They have learned that the most powerful serum is peace, the most expensive mask is silence, the most transformative formula is faith. Every night you enter sleep, you are walking through a portal of renewal, and the more conscious you become of that, the more powerful your transformation. Tonight, as you listen, feel the temperature of your face. Notice how your muscles soften as your awareness travels across them. Imagine your skin as a garden that has been waiting for rain. Every breath you take is a drop of healing. Every exhale releases a year of tension. And slowly, your body begins to balance itself. Hormones, oxygen, hydration, even your emotional chemistry. Your cells do not need instruction. They need peace. Peace is their language. That is why the night energy is so effective, because it speaks through silence. There is a subtle current moving through the darkness right now, through your room, through your mind, through your body. That current is intelligent. It does not need your control, it needs your permission. Let it move, let it remember you. Let it rebuild what life has taken from your reflection. You are not aging, you are awakening. Every breath, every slow beat of your heart, every small act of surrender, they all contribute to the alchemy of renewal. When you wake, your skin will feel lighter, firmer, more alive. But more importantly, you will recognize yourself again. Because this ritual does not only tighten your face, it tightens your energy, your purpose, your presence. You become magnetic again, not because of what you look like, but because of what you emit. Your beauty becomes a frequency, a silent, radiant hum. And from this night forward, you will never forget that energy is the true sculptor of youth. There was a time she believed that her face told the story of loss. Loss of time, loss of youth, loss of something she could never name. But what if it was not loss at all, but transition? What if each line, each shadow was simply her body asking to be heard differently? The truth is, the skin is not aging. It is communicating. Every fine line is a whisper. Every shadow beneath the eyes is a signal. Every sag of the jaw is the body's way of saying, "I am tired of holding your tension." And when she finally understood that, when she stopped fighting and began to listen, everything changed. Because beauty is not a battle, it's a relationship. It is the harmony between your thoughts and your tissues, between your breath and your blood, between what you feel and what you allow yourself to feel. That is why this ritual begins with stillness. It is not a stillness of body, but of energy, the kind that happens when you stop trying to fix yourself and start remembering who you are. As she lay in the dark that night, something subtle began to happen. Her breath slowed, her heartbeat softened, and the quiet began to expand. The air felt alive, charged with something ancient yet intimate, something she had forgotten how to sense, the pulse of the night itself. There is a sacred intelligence in darkness. It is the same intelligence that allows stars to form in silence, flowers to bloom in secret, and wounds to heal without instruction. The night carries codes of renewal, and when you surrender to it, those codes begin to rewrite the memory of your skin. The tightening that follows is not mechanical, it is energetic. It comes from balance returning, from emotions releasing, from the face remembering its divine geometry. You see, the body does not age in years. It ages in moments of resistance. Every time you frown in worry, every time you hold back a tear, every time you pretend to be fine when your heart aches, your face keeps that memory. It folds it gently, hides it in the muscles, and waits for you to rest enough to release it. That is what this night energy does. It invites those stories to dissolve. It teaches the face to breathe again. Even experts, for all their knowledge, cannot replicate the power of surrender. Because surrender is what opens the body's most secret healing mechanisms, the hormones that restore elasticity, the fluids that balance hydration, the proteins that rebuild collagen. They all awaken when you stop trying and start allowing. The ancient women knew this. In temples along the Nile, priestesses would enter chambers of complete darkness, lying in silence for hours, feeling the hum of their own existence. They believed that the absence of light amplified their inner radiance. They called it the night of rebirth. The Japanese called it the hour of the moon's breath. The women of West Africa called it the silence of renewal. Different names, same truth. The body's most powerful medicine awakens when the mind rests. That is why you feel your skin change after one peaceful night. The mirror does not lie, but it only reflects what energy tells it to. And when your energy becomes calm, your reflection becomes divine. Imagine for a moment that your skin is a mirror of your thoughts. What have you been showing it? Hurry, doubt, regret? What if tonight you showed it love? What if you replaced judgment with gratitude, fear with curiosity, and exhaustion with forgiveness? Your skin would soften instantly because emotion is chemistry, and chemistry is creation. This is the essence of night energy. It transforms emotion into repair. As you lie in the dark, your cells are not passive, they are listening. They respond to your mental tone the way flowers respond to sunlight. The calmer your thoughts, the more they bloom. The kinder your inner voice, the tighter your contours become. You don't force beauty, you awaken it. And awakening begins with softness. That is why the most radiant women are not the ones who never aged, but the ones who never hardened. There is a difference between strength and tension. Strength is fluid, like a current beneath still water. Tension is brittle, like glass that breaks at a touch. The night teaches you strength through surrender. It reminds you that the universe never rushes. The stars shine by simply existing. The moon glows by simply receiving light. So too does your beauty expand when you stop chasing it. Even science confirms it now. When you sleep in peace, your cortisol drops, your growth hormones rise, your skin temperature balances, your collagen synthesis accelerates. But beyond biology, there is something subtler, the shift in frequency. The moment your body feels safe, it enters the mode of repair, and safety for the feminine is born in softness. That is why this night ritual works. It returns you to softness, not weakness, but the softness that heals. The softness that tightens without pulling. The softness that restores without effort. When you touch your face before sleep, do it as if you were touching the memory of your youth. Do it not to correct, but to remember. Whisper within yourself, my body knows what to do. My skin remembers how to glow. My beauty is not fading. It is unfolding. And as you breathe those words, the energy shifts. You may not see it immediately, but your cells do. They start to pulse with electricity, microscopic fields aligning with the magnetic rhythm of the earth. You are synchronizing with the night, your true cosmetic. No cream can imitate what the universe does in the dark. You are being remade by forces older than time, sculpted not by gravity but by grace. Every night you give yourself to this rhythm, your reflection becomes lighter, more defined, more luminous. Because tightness, in its truest form, is alignment, the harmony of mind, body, and energy. The women who discovered this didn't share it to sell something. They shared it to remind others that beauty was never something to earn. It was always something to return to. When you wake tomorrow and your fingers trace your face in the mirror, you will feel something different. Not perfection, but peace. And that peace will show itself as radiance. You will notice how your eyes look calmer, how your cheeks feel lifted, how your skin seems to hold light again. This is not illusion. This is what happens when you let the night energy work through you. It doesn't demand. It doesn't rush. It simply responds to your permission. Tonight, give it that permission. Let it move through every layer of you, releasing what has been clenched, forgotten, or feared. Let it remind you that aging was never your enemy. disconnection was. The night energy restores connection to breath, to self, to beauty, to something infinitely ancient that lives within you. So, when you close your eyes tonight, do not fall asleep. Rise into your own light, because while the world sleeps, your beauty awakens. There is a moment, somewhere between waking and dreaming, when the mind begins to dissolve and the body takes over its ancient intelligence. It is there, in that thin veil between awareness and surrender, that the night energy enters most deeply. This is the passage your ancestors trusted, the silent bridge between effort and grace. In that space, the face begins to pulse with quiet electricity, the kind that does not shock but soothes, a current of renewal traveling beneath the skin like a forgotten river, finding its path again. The air becomes denser, as though filled with invisible light, and your breath slows to meet it, forming a rhythm that feels older than language itself. This rhythm is the code of regeneration. It is the soundless hum that every cell understands. The body has been waiting for this moment, the moment when you finally stop doing and start allowing. Because in truth, the skin does not tighten through force, it tightens through harmony. The more you align with your natural frequency, the more your body reorganizes itself. You are not broken, you are simply out of tune, and the night with all its stillness is the great tuner. It brings everything back into balance. Hormones, thoughts, temperature, vibration. This is why when you sleep deeply after releasing resistance, you wake as if sculpted by invisible hands. The ancient women called it the touch of the moon. They believed that under its unseen light, every woman's true face reappeared, not the face shaped by worry, but the one shaped by peace. There is science within this poetry. When your brain waves slow to the theta state, the body produces frequencies that repair DNA, stimulate collagen, and neutralize inflammation. But those mechanisms are not activated by tension or worry. They awaken through trust. Trust is the bridge between thought and biology. When you believe that your body can heal, it does. This is not mysticism. It is alignment. Every cell listens to the stories you tell yourself before sleep. What story will you tell tonight? Will you whisper exhaustion or rebirth? Will you fall asleep fearing what you see in the mirror, or will you rest, knowing that your body remembers how to restore it? Your skin listens, it always has. It listens to your emotions more than it listens to your creams. That is why two people can use the same serum and wake up with different results, one full of gratitude, one full of fear. The night amplifies whatever energy you carry, so when you rest with love, the tightening happens from within. The fibers of your face reweave themselves in harmony with your belief. And when that belief is peace, the transformation feels inevitable. Tonight, imagine that your face is bathed, not in light, but in vibration. Imagine each pore as a doorway through which the night flows in and out, washing away the static of the day. Feel how your temples relax, how your eyelids become heavy yet alert, how the muscles around your mouth release the need to hold expression. The face is the mirror of emotion, and when emotion finds calm, the mirror becomes pure again. This is why certain people seem to glow without trying. They have simply learned how to stop leaking energy. The night teaches this lesson through silence. Silence is not emptiness. It is full of instruction. When you allow yourself to listen, you can feel the pulse of the earth beneath you, steady and maternal. That pulse enters your bloodstream, reminding your cells of their purpose. It tells them, rebuild, restore, renew. It reminds your face that gravity is not an enemy, but a teacher, that by grounding, you strengthen. The more your body feels connected to the earth, the more lifted you appear, because true elevation begins with grounding. This is why grounding rituals existed in every culture. Walking barefoot under the moon, breathing deeply by the ocean, meditating before sleep. They understood that the energy of the earth, when met by the stillness of night, creates a field of rejuvenation that no technology can reproduce. And tonight you are entering that field. As your body drifts into the deeper waves of sleep, your organs begin to harmonize with that frequency. The liver cleanses, the heart recalibrates, the brain releases toxins, the skin receives oxygen like a sacred offering. Every part of you is engaged in this symphony of restoration. The night energy does not ask you to work for it. It only asks you to stay open, to stop clenching your jaw, to stop comparing your reflection, to stop wishing to return to a past version of yourself, and instead realize that you are becoming something even more radiant. Aging is not decline, it is refinement. Just as wine matures into depth, the feminine face matures into wisdom. And when that wisdom is met with care, it transforms into grace, the kind of beauty that cannot be named but can be felt. This is the secret the ancients protected, that radiance is not an appearance, it is a vibration. It is felt before it is seen. That is why people will look at you differently after this ritual. They will not know why, but something about your presence will draw them in. You will speak less but feel heard more. You will move slower but seem more powerful. This is what night energy does. It restores not only the skin but the aura. You become magnetic because you are coherent. The more coherent your energy, the more harmony your face reflects. And harmony to the eye is beauty. There is no makeup that can replicate this, because this beauty comes from stillness. When you sleep, your nervous system enters its healing rhythm, and your entire electromagnetic field stabilizes. You are literally glowing from the inside out, not metaphorically, but biologically. And when morning comes, your body will hold that memory like a sacred seal. You will not just look rested, you will feel aligned. Tonight, as you listen, let every word wrap around you like invisible silk. Let it remind you that you are timeless, that your beauty does not fade but evolves, that your reflection is not your enemy but your messenger. Every breath is tightening you, every heartbeat is refining you, every dream is teaching your skin how to remember light. The night does not take away youth, it gives it form again. You are the sculptor and silence is the sculptor. Let yourself be shaped by peace. Let yourself be reborn through rhythm. Because tonight is not a pause, it is the beginning of a new frequency of beauty, one that does not fear time, because it knows time is only energy moving differently. As you sleep now, let this truth settle deep into your subconscious. You are becoming radiant, not by changing who you are, but by returning to who you have always been. The night energy is your ally, your mirror, your silent companion in the journey back to yourself. And when you wake, you will not wonder if it worked. You will simply know. Somewhere deep within the folds of sleep, where thought turns liquid and time bends, your body begins to weave itself anew. The night becomes a sacred artisan, sculpting the invisible architecture of your youth, tightening not by pulling but by harmonizing every layer of your being. Beneath the calm surface of your breath, billions of tiny miracles unfold. Collagen fibers realign like threads of light. Energy currents dance through your nervous system, and the language of your cells shifts from survival to creation. This is the alchemy of the night energy. It does not fight gravity. It teaches you to float within it. You can feel it even now, that subtle warmth beneath your skin, that quiet pulse of awareness that wasn't there before. It is your body remembering its rhythm. It is the same rhythm that guided you as a child, when your skin healed overnight, when your eyes sparkled before you even knew what worry was. That rhythm never left you, it only waited for silence. And tonight, you have given it space to return. What if beauty was never meant to be controlled but witnessed? What if your only task was to trust the intelligence that crafted you so perfectly? Even science, in its endless pursuit, has begun to hum the same tune, discovering that energy, emotion, and cellular health are inseparable. Studies reveal that loving thoughts alter your DNA expression, that gratitude strengthens your immune response, that peace enhances skin regeneration. What ancient women called spirit, modern science calls frequency. But names do not matter. Truth feels the same in any language. Your body is an instrument, and the night is tuning it to its original song. You are the symphony and the listener at once. The more you let go, the more the melody reveals itself. Each breath deepens the resonance, each heartbeat tightens the harmony. You may not see it with open eyes, but your skin knows it, your energy feels it. Somewhere within you, a quiet smile forms, not on your lips but in your cells, because they finally feel remembered. The night energy is not doing something to you, it is awakening something within you. It is reminding you that youth is not the absence of years, but the presence of flow. When your energy flows, your face lifts. When it stagnates, you feel heavy. So tonight, let everything move, not through motion, but through allowing. Let every exhale release the invisible armor you wear. Let every inhale fill you with light so fine it feels like silk spreading through your bloodstream. Your body understands this language. It has spoken it for thousands of nights. It knows how to mend, how to purify, how to sculpt. It only needs you to stop interrupting the process with self-doubt. You do not have to fix anything. You only have to remember you were designed to renew. That is why after illness your body rebuilds. After heartbreak your heart learns to beat differently. And after years of forgetting your softness, your beauty still waits, patient as dawn. The tightening you feel in the morning is not magic, it is remembrance solidified. It is your energy field condensing into form. When harmony returns, form follows. It is the law of the universe. Coherence creates beauty. That is why certain faces glow beyond explanation. They carry coherence. They carry peace. This is your destiny too, not to reverse age, but to embody timelessness. You are entering the phase of sacred elegance, where beauty is not loud but magnetic, where your reflection no longer asks for validation but offers wisdom. The lines you once feared now look like constellations guiding you back to yourself. You realize that the night has not stolen your youth. It has refined it into radiance. The more you surrender to this truth, the stronger your transformation becomes. Energy responds to belief like light responds to mirrors. It multiplies. So believe gently. Do not force faith. Breathe it. As you drift deeper, imagine your body surrounded by a soft golden current. Feel it wrapping around your face like a gentle embrace, lifting without pressure, firming without effort. The jawline you thought was fading begins to hum with life again. The skin around your eyes regains its lightness. Your neck feels supported by invisible hands of warmth. These sensations are not imagined. They are your energy returning to flow. You are sculpting yourself from within, and every heartbeat seals that intention. You are not sleeping. You are being rewritten by grace. Every second that passes, your cells whisper, "Thank you. Thank you for resting. Thank you for trusting. Thank you for remembering who we are." Tomorrow, when you wake, the mirror will not surprise you. It will confirm what you already felt. That youth is not gone. It was simply waiting for your surrender. And that surrender has begun tonight. So sleep now, not as an escape, but as a ceremony. The ceremony of rebirth through rest. The night is your temple, your bed its altar, your body the offering. Every breath is a prayer, every dream a scripture, every heartbeat a hymn. You are being restored by forces that have healed humanity since the beginning of time. You are safe, you are whole, you are beautiful. And as your consciousness fades into sleep, let these words echo in your subconscious like a promise whispered by the universe itself. You will wake renewed. You will wake radiant. You will wake as the woman who finally remembered that her beauty was never lost, only asleep. And now, as the final veil of night begins to dissolve into the soft edge of dawn, your body enters its most sacred moment of renewal. This is the hour when the subconscious completes its weaving, when energy crystallizes into matter, when everything you released through surrender transforms into visible radiance. The air feels different, heavier yet lighter, as though filled with a quiet blessing. Inside your body, harmony hums like a secret choir. Your blood flows smoother, your breath moves deeper, your mind rests in that rare silence where nothing feels missing. This is not the end of the ritual, it is its revelation. Because true rejuvenation does not announce itself with fanfare, it reveals itself through calm. Your skin no longer clings to the memory of tension, it glows with the memory of peace. The energy of the night has sculpted you softly, invisibly, precisely. Every fiber of your being now vibrates in a higher rhythm, one that speaks not of youth borrowed, but youth remembered. You are proof that aging was never decay, only resistance. You are proof that relaxation is creation. Even now, as the first light brushes your eyelids, your body continues to hum with the frequency of healing. That hum will stay with you all day, echoing in your gestures, your tone, your gaze. You will notice how people look at you, not at your skin, but at your presence, because beauty that comes from alignment cannot be ignored. It radiates beyond appearance. It touches everything around it. This is the gift of the night energy. It not only tightens your face, it expands your aura. It gives you back the invisible magnetism that no product can imitate. You no longer wake chasing beauty, you wake embodying it. Every morning becomes a continuation of the ritual, every night an invitation to go deeper. You begin to live as one who knows that the body listens to the soul. You start to feel that the soft light of your being was never lost, only hidden under years of noise. And now that light moves freely again, through your voice, through your expression, through the calm in your eyes. Even the smallest moments, a cup of water, a touch of sunlight, a gentle breeze, begin to feel sacred. Because when your energy is aligned, the world itself feels like a mirror of your inner glow. You begin to move slower, not out of fatigue, but reverence. You speak less but mean more. You no longer need to convince anyone of your beauty. Your stillness does it for you. This is the essence of true transformation, not to become something else, but to remember what has always been. You realize now that the night does not age you. It teaches you. It teaches patience, softness, renewal. It teaches that the most powerful act of self-care is trust. And in trusting, you become timeless. So tonight and every night after this one, return to this energy. Before you close your eyes, breathe with intention. Whisper inwardly, I am safe, I am soft, I am becoming new again. And let that awareness flow through you like silver light. The night will answer. It always does. It will reach into the deepest layers of your being, where your truest beauty lives, and bring it forward again. You do not need to see the process to believe in it. You only need to feel the peace that follows, because peace is proof. When you feel calm, it means healing has begun. When you feel warmth in your chest, it means energy is flowing. When you feel your skin tingling lightly, it means the frequency has remembered its path. And so, the ritual continues even now as you listen, as you breathe, as you surrender. You are surrounded by invisible forces working on your behalf, gravity, air, energy, silence, all in perfect harmony, all conspiring to make you whole. This is the secret women have known across generations, that beauty does not come from effort but from belonging. And tonight you have returned to belonging, to your body, to your breath, to your natural radiance. Let this be your truth from now on, that every night holds within it the code of rebirth, that you never truly age, you only shift forms, that every dawn is your reflection saying, thank you for remembering me, thank you for coming home. And as this final moment of stillness lingers, let your mind rest completely. There is nothing left to do. The ritual is complete. You have become the frequency of renewal itself. Every cell, every thought, every breath now vibrates with one sacred truth. You are beautiful because you are alive. You are timeless because you are aware. You are radiant because you are free. And so, as the night bows to morning, whisper silently within yourself, I am light. I am flow. I am youth remembered. Sleep will return again tomorrow, and with it the gentle sculpting of your divine reflection. But for now, rest in peace, gratitude, and quiet confidence. You have remembered the secret. You have remembered yourself. Every night is a new chance to be reborn, softer, brighter, younger. Sleep deeply, and let your beauty remember who you are. If this night ritual touched your heart, imagine what the next secret will do. Subscribe and awaken your most radiant self.